Hey guys, thought I'd do another baby update on our two remaining New Zealand babies. We have Knox, who's the more white one, and Brandy. We decided to sell Brandy because she's just not gaining like I want her to. And we're trying to get some of our weight breeders up. And Knox is gaining like perfectly. He surprises me every week of how much he gains. He's a big chunky boy and I absolutely love it. Last weigh-in he was 313. He's almost 4 pounds. He'll be probably most likely 4 pounds when I weigh him on Saturday or Sunday, depending on the weather. Brandy, she was only 3.3 pounds, so big weight difference. Granted, he is a little bit bigger than her. He's always been a big chunky boy since birth. So it is quite hot out here, so all of our rabbits are kind of suffering a little bit of the heat. But absolutely love these two. Wish I had more cage space just to keep both of them, but we just decided that Brandy was not going to fit in our breeder program. But Knox is, so Knox is going to stay here around a little bit more. We did rehome all the other babies at 8 weeks, so almost 2 weeks ago. They are doing absolutely amazing in their pet homes, being spoiled rotten. Matter of fact, I was going to message them here soon to get another update on them. But I know one of them is going to be a free-range rabbit of the whole house, so she's getting spoiled. And I want to say that is Cinnamon Bun, my favorite one with the more white on her face. So happy for her. Kind of wish I kept her, but what can you do? I don't have that many cages, especially now that I have been holding back a secret. I kind of got in a little bit over my head, so let's go ahead and jump to our little secret. So here's the secret that I have been holding on to, you guys. Last month I bred Daisy here, S'mores, and Bambi. Not expecting to get any babies, if not 1 or 2 litters. Well, Daisy had babies, S'mores had babies, and Bambi had babies. So I have had a baby boom, finally. I've been waiting for this forever. I've been seeing everyone's babies here and there, and I just couldn't get my girls to breed right, but they finally pulled through. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Daisy. Daisy had 3 babies. There was 2 tries. I do believe one is just a regular black and orange try. I'm wanting to say the second one's a black and orange try, and then the third is a black and orange Harley. And surprisingly, none are peanuts as far as I know. They've been hanging on. They were born on Mother's Day, so they are 4 days now. And I've been holding back on the cyst because we've been just having issues with Bambi's litter, and I just didn't want to go ahead and give a final count yet until we figured all that out. But like I said, Daisy here, she had 3. This will be Daisy's last and final litter. She's giving me cues that she is absolutely done. She didn't do a good nest this time. Her babies were tiny. She's just not being motherly like she normally does. So this will be her last and final litter. She is going to be retired here. I'm going to get her a bigger cage with more stuff. She's my girl. She will stay here till she dies. So most likely going to keep the baby off of her. But let's go ahead and jump over to our next cage. S'mores surprised me this time because her last litter she had was last year in May. Wait, not May, June. She had babies in June, but they all died because we had a heat wave and I was new to breeding in the summer, so didn't really know exactly what to do to help these guys out. So we ended up losing her litter, Daisy's litter, besides one. I think Daisy had 1, and we had another litter, and all of her 2 survived. So we are watching very closely on these babies, but S'mores here, surprisingly, with 5 babies, no peanuts, so they all survived. She has 2 lightly marked tries, 1 heavy marked try, and 2 Harleys. So I will definitely be keeping 1 from her. So holding back at least 2 babies so far. I'm out of cage space, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. But with Daisy retiring and we finally got babies at a s'mores. We'll be keeping at least 2 of these guys to breed in the fall, but nothing's really popped out. She's an excellent mom. She pulls a ton of fur. All these babies are actually wanting to stay out of the fur because it is so hot today, so keep a really close eye on them. If I have to put them in the house, I will. That's not a big issue, at least until they can regulate their temperature a little bit better. So now we're gonna go down here to Bambi. Bambi, I have been pulling fur out of this nesting box since this morning because she keeps pulling more fur in here, and it, like I said, it is super hot out here. So I might end up shelving her babies just to make sure they do not overheat, since there is so many of them. So let's talk a little bit about what's happened with Bambi's litter. Bambi, she had 9 babies, a lot more than what she had last time. 1 baby was born paralyzed. I ended up having to call that one whenever I found it. It could not move its back legs whatsoever. Then another one had I don't know, she over cleaned it and nicked it, but the reality, that baby died. I had to cull it too. It was very graphic. I don't really want to go into much details about that one, but that one was culled instantly as well. And then she had a fader who was even smaller than my mini Rexes. I did not expect it to live, but I gave it a fighting chance. I put it with Daisy, and it passed away 2 days ago. So she has 6 remaining, and they are absolutely gorgeous. We have 2 broken blacks, 2 solid blacks, and I'm guessing 2 red-eyed whites. I'm not entirely sure until they open their eyes, but they pretty much are solid white, so that's what my guess is, because Sebastian carries red-eyed whites too, and I have no background on her, so very high possibility that it is them. And they're hot, so they're all coming to the front of the cage, their nesting box. But I got a picture of them. I'm not going to mess with them because I just messed with them. But like I said, I'm most likely going to end up having to shelf them just because it is so hot out here. At least during the day. Bring them out here at night. But we'll watch and wait. I don't really want to lose any of her babies. But I might keep one of her girls. I'm not sure. I really don't need to because, like I said, lack of cage space. And we have 2 more rabbits coming in June for our Holland Lot program. Matter of fact, I still haven't showed you our Holland Lots yet, or a lot of our other newer rabbits, because it's just been so busy and chaotic here. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here and do some stuff. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and stay tuned for more adorable baby updates. Bye guys.